I've got a question for you today. How many planners have you bought and they now reside on a shelf somewhere in your own personal planner graveyard? We often do that. We buy planners hoping that this will be the magical one that finally gets us on track. But the problem is not usually the planner. The problem is expecting the planner to jump out of its box and magically fix everything for you, which it was never designed to do. That's what we want to talk about today. Why you keep buying planners that you don't use. Hi, I'm Heidi Cooper, and this is the Biblical Planning for Women podcast, where we don't just talk about planning, we get right into the Word and see what biblical principles we can find to help us as we manage our homes, our time, our family, and all of the things in a way that is pleasing to God. That's what we do here. And today we're going to talk about why it is that we have such high hopes for our planners, but somehow they just don't live up to it. I was not always a planner user. I think I've made no secret of that. I used to be all over the place and disorganized, forgetting things. But I did finally start with a notebook. And it just had lined pages in it. And I set it up to help me start keeping track of things. And I had one page for each month. I wrote the numbers down the side from like 1 to 31 so that each day of the month had a line. And then if I had, I remember at that time, my kids had eye appointments, and so I would write in when the eye appointments were, but I was mostly at home, and so I figured, well, this is good. Well, I remember actually being at one of those eye appointments and scheduling the next appointment, and my mother was with me, and she looked at that and she says, "That's great, but what if more than one thing happens in a day?" And to me at that time, it was like, no, that would never happen. But she was right. She really was right. What if more than one thing happened in a day? It was definitely not a perfect solution, but I am grateful for it because it got me started. It started that habit. It helped me take that first small step. And here I am now. I actually teach people how to use planners. I sell planners, and I mostly have my stuff together. And my planner is well used and it helps keep me on track. But that first notebook started me on that journey. So I am so grateful for that small step that I took. See, we tend to, I think, have planners that we buy and then, well, we basically abandon it pretty quickly because we go into the stores and we see these beautiful planners and the discs and the coils and the stickers and all of the beautiful things, and we have such good intentions. We really want to make it work and it's so pretty, but then we abandon it. Have you ever bought a planner like that thinking this is going to be the one that changes everything, only to abandon it? The problem comes with our expectations. Planners are tools, and if we expect them to actually be little sentient beings that fix our problems, obviously we're going to be disappointed. See, a planner has things it can and cannot do. A planner can hold information for you and get it out of your brain. We've talked about that a lot here on the podcast, how we don't want to use our brain as a storage device. Use the planner. It holds that information for you. A planner can remind you of upcoming events, of things that need to be taken care of what you're going to fix for dinner on Thursday. A planner can help you get clarity because you're laying it all out and you can see what's going on each day and where there might be a potential overlap you need to take care of. It can help you see the clear, big picture. A planner can also help reduce that mental load that we've talked about, where you're trying to hold everything in your brain and keep track of it, and you start looping through everything, and you have too many tabs open. A planner can help reduce that load on your brain, and that's a huge blessing. However, a planner cannot create motivation out of thin air. It's just a book. It can't do that. It can't motivate and inspire you to do all the things. It's just an inanimate object. A planner cannot eliminate the interruptions that inevitably will happen in your life. And if you have children, you're well aware of interruptions. The phone rings, someone knocks on the door. Your children are always needing something. A planner can't eliminate that. And a planner also cannot make decisions for you. It can help you to see and make those decisions by laying everything out, but it cannot actually make the decision for you. Again, a planner is an inanimate object. It's just a book. It is such a powerful tool if you use it, but you can't expect it to do all of those things for you. It's just a book. A planner works when we use it. So in my evolution, I'm not going to use that word. In my journey, there we go, of using a planner, I started with a notebook. It worked because I used it. I wrote down those eye appointments. I had a lot of other details that needed somewhere to go, and I would work towards organizing all that information over time. But it worked because I wrote the things in it, and when I was at the doctor's office, I checked, yes, that day is open. I could make the appointment on that day. So it worked because I used it. As I then developed my own planner, has become what it is today, I organized it by what did I need to keep track of. But the key was that I opened it every day and I used it. I wrote the things down. And to this day, I'm trying to, let me count how many years, about 9 years I've been, that's right, about 9 years I've been using a planner, an actual planner, not just a notebook. That would go further. And to this day, if I don't actually write the things in the planner, I do have things that get overlooked because I didn't use the tool. So the planner works when we use it. If it's just sitting there on your desk, I don't care how pretty it is and how many stickers it came with. If it's not being opened and written in and referred to, it doesn't work for us. It only works when we show up and make use of it. Now, I don't know how closely you all have followed the planner market out there. I watch it reasonably closely because I like to see what new ideas are out there since I do design a planner. So I watch it and I'll go in stores and flip through planners and see what kind of layouts they're using, what tools they're using. And I have, over the years, I've seen a lot of different styles of planners. You've got planners that are practically a scrapbook. I don't know if you all remember back in the 90s when everybody was making these huge, elaborate scrapbooks with their photos. It was this whole industry, and people have taken that concept and put it in their planners where they're creating these beautiful spreads every week, and I'm looking at them. You can see them on Pinterest. I'm like, well, where are you actually keeping track of what you're supposed to be doing? You just spent an hour and a half decorating your planner, but where's the actual planning taking place? So it's fancy, it's pretty, but it's not accomplishing the goal, which is to keep track of all the things you're supposed to be doing. And I've seen people go crazy with the stickers, and stickers are awesome. I mean, I have uses for stickers, which we will talk about, but if that is the primary goal of the planner, it is not serving its function, which is to help you have that landing spot to keep track of everything that needs to happen and when. So all of the pretty aesthetics, and that's great if it makes you happy to see all those beautiful things, but the planner works when you use it. It doesn't have to be beautiful to be useful. The planners that I design, I put all the pretty colorful graphics in them when I make them, so you can just open it up and use it, and it's still pretty. I think that's like the beautiful halfway there, that it's a beautiful planner to open up and use, but you don't have to spend all the time decorating it. You can get right to the important stuff, like what am I having for dinner? That's kind of a key thing to keep track of. So I just want you to let go of that need to have the perfect planner or the beautiful planner or all the stickers or the perfect layout. That is not what makes the planner work. What makes the planner work is you actually opening it up, writing out what needs to happen, when the appointments are, what you're having for dinner, and then referring to it often to help keep yourself on track. Using it is what makes it work. There is no perfect planner out there, including mine. There's no perfect planner. The perfect planner is the one that you actually open up and use. And I'm hoping as you're listening each week to the podcast that I am giving you the tools you need to be able to make that planner work for you. I want you to be just on your peak of being a wonderful mom and wife and woman who is carrying out her kingdom work and blessing those around her because she's got things in order and she's keeping track of things. And a planner, I know by experience, it helps you to do that. So stickers. I want to get back to the stickers because stickers are super fun. You know, when I was in elementary school, we would get scratch and sniff stickers from when we'd in school, when we would do a good job. We had scratch and sniff stickers and they were the most ridiculous thing, but we could scratch it and, smell grape jelly or something. They were the weirdest scents, but it was fun. Stickers are fun. And I'm in my 40s, but stickers are still fun. So I want to give you some ways today that you can use stickers in your planner in a useful and motivating way. Stickers are great for celebrating the small wins, the things that you actually got something done. Some examples might be that you've got the bills paid. You completed your to-do list for today. You finished the meal planning. And this is a great opportunity, particularly like if you have a to-do list in your daily column there and you actually got them all done, because that doesn't always happen, let's be honest, but you actually got them all done. Get yourself a sticker and put it right there in your planner to celebrate that you finished your list today. That is awesome. And then as you look back, you can see all the days where you did get a sticker, and it'll help you really feel like, you know what, I am heading in the right direction here. I am getting on top of things, and it's a good feeling. A good place to find stickers is, I know at our dollar store, they have stickers that teachers use that'll say, way to go, or great job, or little animals. And they're just little circle stickers. Those are perfect to keep tucked in your planner. So when you want to celebrate that win, like finishing the to-do list, go ahead and peel off one of those stickers and stick it in your planner for that day. And it's a fun way to keep yourself motivated and moving forward, and also able to look back and see how far you've come, see how many stickers you've earned. It's just an awesome way to just celebrate that you are getting things done, you are making progress. All right, let's go in our Bibles talking about the small wins, the little victories. I'm going to read to you today from Luke chapter 16 and verse 10. And this is becoming I recite this often to myself. It's becoming just one of those that's present in my mind a lot. And I think it's super important for us to be thinking about it. Luke chapter 16, verse 10 says, "One who is faithful in a very little is also faithful in much. And one who is dishonest in a very little is also dishonest in much." As we're looking to be faithful, godly women, the little things matter. And as we're being consistent in the little things, the little tasks that we are responsible every day, then Yah can give us bigger things to be responsible for, which also usually come with bigger rewards. But we have to start with being faithful in the little tasks that are in front of us each day. That's in Luke 16:10. I encourage you to just copy that verse, actually, right in your planner so that you are thinking on that and asking yourself, am I being faithful in these little tasks in front of me today so that I can be entrusted with bigger tasks which have bigger rewards? And when that is involving kingdom work particularly, that's going to be awesome. All right, let's get to your action step for today. And it's a simple one. We're going to take a small step. I just want you to open your planner today, because planners work when we use them. And I just want you to ask yourself one question. What is one thing that you can write down and hopefully tackle today that will help tomorrow and future days go more smoothly? Okay, so let me say that again. What is one thing that you can put down in your planner and hopefully tackle that will make tomorrow and future days go more smoothly? Think on that today so that you can be getting in the habit of actually opening your planner. But think about what you can do now to make tomorrow easier. All right, that is your challenge for today. So, just a quick reminder, planning is not about having some perfect system or doing it like someone else does it. It's about faithfully using the tools you have, stewarding the life that God has given you to do what He has for you to do, to be faithful in those little things. The planner is a tool. It's not magic. It's not a sentient being that will come in and fix everything for you. It's a tool that you need to open and use to make it work so that you can be better equipped to do what God has for you to do. All right, if you have not yet gone and downloaded the free ebook, it's called Planning with Purpose. There'll be a link in the description for you. It's a free ebook that has a lot of my tips on how I have learned how to plan and things to get you started on this journey of using a system to get the things done. And you can download that down in the description below. I have seen that a lot of you are actually listening in on Apple. Some of you are on other channels as well. If you have opportunity, I would love if you would take a minute and leave a review. It helps other women to find the podcast as well, and then they can be learning and growing as well. So if you could take a minute and leave a review, I would so appreciate it. All right, we'll see you in the next episode.